Hello students, this is your teacher, Mrs. Helcom. Today I'm going to teach you how to write a summary. I'm going to walk you through the steps. It's a really simple process and I hope this will help you. This is applicable for English 11 Semester 1 Activity 441, but you can also use it in all of the other English classes, English 9, 10, and 12, because you're asked to write a summary in each of those classes. The example paragraph taken for the lesson today is from e-reading worksheets. What is a summary? A summary is a short paragraph about the important topics in an article. Why you should care. Summarizing is an important comprehension strategy. It helps you comprehend text. So comprehension means that you gain meaning out of a text that you've written or that you've read. Obviously, if you read something and you can't find the meaning in it, then what's the point, right? So anything that helps you with comprehension is a really good use of your time. Also, it's directly applicable to you because you'll be writing a summary in all English courses at Graduation Alliance. It's a Common Core standard, and then also you're probably writing summaries in your social studies classes and classes outside of your English class. There are two simple steps to writing a summary. One, to write your topic sentence, and two, write the supporting details. So this is the formula for a topic sentence. You need the title and the author, a strong verb, and the main idea. And that equals your topic sentence. You could follow that formula for any summary you ever write. So here's an example of what that would look like with an actual book. So I used the book Becoming by Michelle Obama. So I have the title and the author. Title is Becoming by Michelle Obama is the author, and I chose a strong verb. I chose narrates for this, but here's a list of other strong verbs you can use. Illustrates, shows, describes, emulates, argues, dramatizes, explains, informs, entertains, persuades, or narrates. Also, you can choose a strong verb of your own, but this is just a really good list. And then you have to figure out the main idea. And your previous lessons in the course have talked about how to find the main idea. The main idea is the general idea of the paragraph or the article. And the general idea of this book was her life in and out of the White House. So altogether, the topic sentence is Becoming by Michelle Obama narrates her life in and out of the White House. So then the next step is to find supporting details. These details are important and support the main idea. The details in a summary must be written in your own words and should include no opinions. So there are no opinions in a summary, and also there is no concluding sentence in a summary. So here's our example paragraph. I'm going to read it out loud, and then I'm going to walk you through the steps of summarizing. First thing you want to do, obviously, when you write a summary is to read it. Read the paragraph that you're going to be summarizing. How do you say holy cow in French? The fastest thing in France may just be the fastest ground transportation in the world. The TGV, train à grande vitesse, French for very high speed, is France's national high-speed rail service. On April 3rd, 2007, a TGV test train set a record for the fastest wheeled train, reaching 357.2 miles per hour. In mid-2011, TGV trains operate at the highest speed in passenger train service in the world, regularly reaching 200 miles per hour. But what you may find most shocking is that TGV trains run on electric power, not petrol. Petrol just means gas. Now, if you excuse me, I have a record to catch. And the title was Fast Trains in France by Mr. Morton. Here we go. So step one is to write the topic sentence. So if you follow the formula, you have the title and the author. So it was Fast Trains was the title. Fast Trains in France was the title. The author was Mr. Morton. I chose describes for my strong verb, and then the main idea. And I formulated the main idea from a couple hints with the first, actually the second sentence, the fastest thing in France is the fastest ground transportation. So my main idea is France's fastest trains called the TGV. So all of that together, it reads, Fast Trains in France by Mr. Morton describes France's fastest trains called the TGV. That's a lot of F sounds. All right. Then you want to write the supporting details. And the first thing I do is I identify the most important supporting details. And I've done that for you by highlighting it in the paragraph. If you're working from a computer, you can highlight the text. You could copy and paste it in a Word document and highlight it. Or if you have a printed copy, you could just underline it, whatever you think is best. But it works for me because the visualness, or I like the visual identification of the supporting details, because then I have to put it in my own words, because I can't just take from the text and put it in the summary because that's plagiarizing. I have to write everything in my own words. So I've identified the supporting details here, highlighted, and then I've written them in my own words. So I'm going to read the highlighted version, and then I'll read the one written in my own words. The fastest thing in France may just be the fastest ground transportation in the world. So France, and this, I put it in my own words. France hosts the quickest on-the-ground transportation of the entire world. All right, so I changed up a few words. I had to still include ground transportation, as I couldn't really find a synonym for that. And then instead of fastest, I used quickest. And I still used world, but I put in a few of my own words in there. Okay, the next one, on April 3rd, 2007, a TGV test train set a record for the fastest wheeled train, reaching 357.2 miles per hour. So I wrote this in my own word, that this train system can reach 357.2 miles per hour. I figured that this fact was pretty specific and that it was needed in here, so I left that. Obviously, there's really no other way to write 357.2, so I wrote that direct because it was a fact. And then the next one, but what you may find most shocking is that TGV trains run on electric power, not petrol. So I wrote this in my own words, TGV, train à grande vitesse, operates on electric power. So instead of runs, I wrote operates, and I don't think there was much I could do about electric power, so that was the term I used. I suppose I could have said electricity. That might have been better. Okay, so then all you do is put it all together. And I added one little transition here at the end because I thought it needed it when I read it out loud, but otherwise you just put your supporting details together with your topic sentence. The topic sentence is bolded here so that you can see it. So Fast Trains in France by Mr. Morton describes France's fastest trains called the TGV. France hosts the quickest on-the-ground transportation of the entire world. This train system can reach 357.2 miles per hour. Also, surprisingly, TGV, train à grande vitesse, operates on electric power. And I think perhaps I would say operates on electricity instead of electric power, just so that I'm not taking any of the article's words and I'm writing everything in my own words. All right, I hope this mini lesson helped you summarize.